I'm curious because, you've played, over the top, like Seneca Crane is obviously, huge. The inspiration from my own facial hair as well.
Nice.
Um,
Yeah,
but
looks better than mine. I'm
I
shaggy.
like it. Yours is fuller though. So you got that going. Wanted to talk to you about all these great over the top antagonists that you've been able to play throughout your career. And maybe perhaps none more divisive than Jamie. If you even want to call him an antagonist, I will personally say I'm on Team Jamie. I definitely sympathize with him. So I'm curious with, now in the fourth season, we've had 3 seasons behind us of Yellowstone. Is Jamie the one that fans are stopping you and saying, I can't believe you did that to Beth, or how could you do that to your own dad? Is he the one that now people recognize as maybe your worst work, so to speak?
Yeah, I'm the villain. It was what was fun for me about this is that like you, I shouldn't say I'm Team Jamie, but I as an actor, one of the rules I learned and I stick by wholeheartedly is to not judge my characters as best I can while I'm playing them. But after years of it, that's hard. But I try to maintain it. But I see that too, and yeah, I get a lot. I do. Surprising number of people come up and say they feel for Jamie. And I'm not surprised when people are loving him as a villain, because I think they love him as a villain because they actually might feel for him a little. And there's something weird about that when you can connect to your villain or your antagonist. It's a little disturbing, and I think it really aggravates some viewers sometimes.
Well, I mean, you just bring such a great sympathy to the character. And I think, speaking personally, I have a sister who's a little domineering at times too. So I kind of really understand that dynamic as well. But yeah, you do it beautifully. Another thing that's done so beautifully in the show is it has such a clear cut sense of karma. If you do something bad is going to happen to you. How does Jamie view his own karma? Does he feel like he's paid up at this point, or that he's owed anything, or?
I don't know. I think he's torn in that department, and I'm not sure how much Jamie believes in karma and spiritual things. I think he's a very, he's a intelligent person who believes in the rule of law and the letter of the law, despite his actions. He's put his faith behind that and belief behind that. So I don't know how much he views his sense of karma, although I think he has an immense sense of guilt over what happened with the reporter. I think he has an immense sense of guilt of the things he's helped the Duttons do. I think that those things weigh heavily on him, despite his not being aware of that he, senses karma coming.
Right. Well, you know what? You touched on it beautifully, and you've been very brave and outspoken about your own past struggles with addiction and how you kind of lost who you were, I think, for years, you will admit. And you had a great quote where you said, people forgive you when you can admit your own mistakes. You, like I mentioned, brilliantly brought Jamie to life, where the character is very much lost. And more importantly, seems like he's always kind of begging for somebody's forgiveness. Is this a catharsis for you, this character?
Yeah, that's right. And a lot of who Jamie is, I draw from that period where I did feel lost, the lost years for me. I used to say that's when the house burned down, my life burned down, and I was looking for the Phoenix. And so Jamie's looking for the Phoenix. And as for me, it is cathartic. It's hard. Also, I think I've sort of this has been a scarring character to play, because it does draw up some personal things, but also his own heaviness is pretty intense to carry with me all the time. And his fragility, I think he's very fragile. And I was very fragile at a point, and raw. And in those moments, you're foggy, and you make terrible decisions in desperation, thinking you're doing the right thing. And I can identify with Jamie in those moments, because that's kind of where he is.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for your openness and for your bravery and for bringing this delicious character onto the screen, because he's just so much fun to watch. And I'll still say it, go Team Jamie. So thanks very much, Wes.
Thank you, and I appreciate your connection to the character. I really do. And sorry for my brain farts there.
It happens. It's a long junket. Enjoy the rest.
Thank you. Take care.
Hey, Real students, thanks for watching. If you want to subscribe to Real School, click that round Real School logo right beside me. Also, click that damn notification bell so you're aware of all of Real School's new content. You can follow me on Twitter, and of course, if you get anything out of Real School, you can always give a little back. Just click the link in the description below or the button down there, and you can become part of my Patreon team.